Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and today on episode 331, we're going to take a look at 10626 Cox Lane over Northwest Highway, and that is in zip code 75229.
And in our second segment today, we're going to talk about a couple of neighborhoods that nobody's talking about yet.
I know which one I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
All right, we'll see.
Okay. We'll see.
All right, so before we're going to get into all of that, let's take and kind of break down 75229 and give you a full overview before we step into Market Watch, because I think it's kind of important to understand what makes it up.
It is. So today we're going to put a spotlight on 75229. This is a really, really great zip code. Zach's got a picture of it on the screen so you can see kind of where it rolls. Rolls all the way to the eastern side of I-35 and all the way over to the tollway. Buffered on the north by Forest Lane and on the south by Walnut Hill.
So let's get into it and talk a little bit about who's actually living there. So your neighbors of 75229, about 33,000 residents, and the median age is right about 37 years old. 58% of the residents that live in this area have their college degree. This is a community of established families and professionals, and it's really good because that has a huge impact on property values.
And this is a very diverse neighborhood, and I think the diversity in it is one of the things that creates such a strong, vibrant neighborhood.
Yep. Home values and income, here's what sellers love to hear, is that the median income for 75229 is about $121,000, while the median price is $598,000. Now, what's really interesting is that income is above the national average, meaning that buyers come into this zip code and have real purchasing power.
About 25% of the people that live in the zip code make over $200,000 a year. And that's not a small slice. I mean, that's a quarter of that market. So if you're a seller in that neighborhood, you've got true, genuine buyers with financial means to buy there.
Mm-hmm. Private schools.
Private schools. This also is right in the middle of the private school corridor, which is really great for the neighborhood. And it is such an important feature that if you look at the listings in there, almost all of the property descriptions talk about that home being in a private school.
Absolutely. But also there's a good public section, and there's academies and there's magnet schools, but there's also the Withers Elementary that is a highly sought after both from an academic and a rating perspective, and W.T. White. And W.T. White is funny because there's so many people that we know who talk about their parents went to W.T. White. So this area does check a lot of boxes when it comes to schooling. Now, when we talk about outdoors in Dallas, people are always thinking, oh, you got to be on the East Dallas. Well, no, that's not always true, because here in 75229, there are some notable landmarks, and you've got the Dallas Love Field Airport, and you've got the Bachman Lake. The Bachman Lake has really stepped it up. The city has invested millions, and Bachman Lake is part of Dallas's urban revitalization efforts. It's making a popular spot for both exercise and even plane spotting.
And that investment in those parks and trails and all around Love Field is a direct investment in the neighborhoods, and the values there reflect that.
Absolutely.
Location is everything, and 75229 is sitting in the sweet spot. This area has such great access to I-35, the Dallas North Tollway, 635. It really makes it easy to get around.
So during this research, I thought it was really interesting that in 75229, more people work from home than in any other area in our county. And so those who do have to commute really only commute for about 20 minutes on average. Mm-hmm. And that's whether you're heading downtown, the medical district, or up and down the Dallas Toll Road corridor. So here's what I think is the most underrated thing about 75229. The range of prestigious homes like Preston Hollow feature luxury homes and priced in millions, while in areas like Park Forest offer a much more affordable homes for families.
And again, this neighborhood really stands out for its variety of real estate choices. There are single family homes, there are townhomes, there are condos, and from first-time home buyers to move-up buyers to luxury buyers, there is something for everybody.
So if you want to know exactly what your home is worth in 75229 right now, or what your buying power looks like in that zip code, that's a conversation we'd like to have with you.
Reach out to us. That is a neighborhood that we work, we live, we are in constantly, and can give you the real deal about it.
Okay, let's get started with Market Watch. We're covering 75229 in Dallas, single family homes, all price points, resale, and new construction.
And these are the real numbers. This is no fluff, this is no hype, no filtering. It is just the real numbers.
So to kick things off, as of the first 7 days of March, there are 93 homes on the market in 75229. Now, when you can compare that to February of last year, they were up 11 homes, and that's a 13.4% increase in inventory year over year.
And that really matters because the more inventory means more options for buyers, and it creates a little bit more competition for the sellers in there. It is, a year ago, there were only 82 homes on the market, and that number is really climbing.
So now in terms of how fast homes are actually moving, the absorption rate for February puts us right at 4, and the national average is at 6. So we're at a nice, almost even spot. Sellers are still in the driver's seat primarily, but buyers are gaining ground.
And one of the things that jumped out to me in looking at this data was that in January, there were 103 homes that came on the market. And then in February, there were 113 that came on the market. So that's a 10% increase.
In 2 months. And we're just starting the year.
Yeah, in 1 month.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and we're just starting the year. So the sellers are showing up.
Yep. So the real story is spring is coming early this year.
On the buyer side, 19 homes went under contract in February. People are out there, they're serious, and they are writing offers.
Okay, so then also we've had 20 homes that closed in February with an average price of $715,000. And here's what the story really tells: that the price range for those was on the low end $259,000, and the high end was $7.5 million.
And that's the diversity in the market that we were talking about, where
Absolutely.
there is something for everyone.
Absolutely. So if you've been watching and from the sidelines and are wondering whether this is your moment, the market is active. Inventory is growing, and here is a real opportunity right now.
And if you want to know what these numbers mean specifically for your house or for your search, reach out to us. We're happy to make that connection and share info with you.
That was a lot of information, Jeff. Hopefully Zach is not going to shoot us for being so talkative. It just kind of worked out this time.
10626 Cox Lane in Dallas, and this is in that 75229 neighborhood. But let's talk about some of the things that locals love. And one of the strongest things about it is the grocery stores that are in the neighborhood.
I love grocery stores. They are probably one of the things that I will buy around. And this is we're showing you a map, and we're kind of trying to keep it within a 4-mile radius. And that's basically 635 on the top, Northwest Highway on the bottom, Toll Road on the far east, and then you're going to take Webb Chapel. That's basically 4 miles. And in this area, this boundary, we're talking about 13 different grocery stores. That's pretty substantial. And I think that it's interesting because we've got 13 different grocery stores, and they feature everything from Target. You've got Walmart, you've got Central Market, and you've got a couple of specialty grocery stores, whether it's Michoacana or whether it's H Mart. There's really a lot of diversity. And so in this area, and this, we haven't even taken and gone north of 635, and there's even more, or east of the toll road, which there's even more. So
Yeah.
you are not in a desert.
You are not in a
You are
food
not a
desert
food desert
there.
here. Yep, so it's good.
And one of the outdoor things that people really enjoy here is, and now's the time to stamp your bingo card if you're waiting for me to say it, North Haven Trail.
There it is. Jeff's go-to.
So it is I'm so happy that our city has this, because North Haven Trail is one of 4 very distinct trails that are right there in that area. North Haven Trail is 9.3. Bachman Lake Park Loop Trail is 3.5 miles round, which is a great, I think that's a great number, because some days you're just in the mood to do 3.5.
You got it quick.
Some days you're in the mood to do 7.
I'm never
so you
in
can
the
just
mood.
do it twice.
Never.
You also have Bachman Greenbelt Trail, and then Bachman Creek Greenbelt, which is right off of Lemon Avenue in Shorecrest. It's a really great little park there that's great to go hang out in the afternoon.
So that's 12 parks, and how many total acres is that?
That's four trails,
Oh, 4 trails.
with 14.6 miles of trails.
Gotcha.
So in talking about the parks, there are...
I jumped the gun, sorry.
You did.
It's okay.
Would you like me to continue? Okay. So there are also 12 parks that are right there in that immediate area, and these can be little pocket parks to really good sized park. But between the 12 parks, you've got over 380 combined acres of park space.
So substantial. I mean, congratulations. Who knew 75229 had it going on like that? It's not just East Dallas anymore. So one of the last things I'm going to pitch on is I'm going to talk about restaurants. If you are a foodie, you've got plenty to shop from in this area. So you've got Beltline for sure, and it's been here for decades, and it has everything. You can come back in and be right at Lovers and Inwood area. That is really great. And popping up Sinchay, you've got Dunstan's, Lovers Seafood. Jog over to Preston and Royal, and you've got several great restaurants. Unfortunately, Saucy's is not there anymore. Breaks my heart. But you still got Princi Italia and several others. So this is a really great place to be able to get out as well. One of the funny things is that Hudson House is in all three of these locations. Didn't mean for it, but that just tells you what's going on in this area.
So let's talk about the home and look at it. This is such an amazing piece of property. So this is 10626 Cox Lane, a little over 4,000 square feet, 4 or 5 bedroom, depending upon how you want to configure using it. Just a really, really well-maintained ranch-style home.
Okay. Guys absolutely loved it, and they took care of this house, and it really shows. So it is a ranch, and it's an open floor plan ranch, which is really great. As you can see here, when you walk in, you've got this formal kind of receiving area. Has a lot of versatility. They've used it as a piano, and it folds right into a really nice dining room. So this easily 6'8", and I think you can extend it more, but here's where it really gets fun.
Den, huge skylights, vaulted ceiling, love the rich wood paneling, all with kind of a focal point of the gas logs at the end of the living room. This is the reverse view of that room, but you've got these 6 solid glass French doors that look out onto this really great, probably 200 square foot covered patio.
And if you like to cook, we've got the kitchen for you, double ovens. You've got behind that one set of doors right there, a really large appliance garage, built-in refrigerator. You've got solid surface granite countertops. It's a galley with a large walk-in pantry as well. It's pretty seamless. I don't think there's much in this. You could look at this and it would work for years to come. As you can see here, it also pitches into a really nice breakfast nook. This is an interesting way these houses are set up in the ranch, where they've got mother-in-law suites on one side and all the other bedrooms on the other. And that's kind of this little breakfast nook / kitchen area is where the two worlds combine. And as you can see here, those wonderful windows that were in the family room are also continued here and really give you a full almost 180 of the backyard.
So this is we're going to call it the mother-in-law suite side of the house.
Yeah.
This is a room that the current owner uses as an office, but could be a great additional living area. This is separated with a door from the rest of the house. You go down a hall where there's a full bath, and then you have this room, which could be the other bedroom, the mother-in-law bedroom. But it's a sound studio.
Yeah, if your mother-in-law's a rock star, she needs to get up on this. Now, if we head upstairs, this is where it gets amazing, because this sits on top of a 3-car garage. And as you can see here, we've got room for a full-size pool table, 2 chairs, couch, large entertainment center. Now, what's really amazing is that the little closets on either side of the kitchenette are large enough for single beds.
Yeah, twin-size beds in each one of them.
So,
and then
amazing.
You've got a kind of a kitchenette here. You do have a full bath to the left. You have a big walk-in closet to the right. You've got all this built-in storage there. Talk about multi-generational.
Now, run down the stairs, go all the way to the back of the house. And this is where this enormous master is. Master also has access to the patio as well. And as you can see here, 42-inch end tables on side of a king. And then this wraps into probably one of the most masculine bathrooms in Dallas that also has access to the hot tub.
Yeah, really great. Double vanities, or double sink, excuse me. Lots of built-ins, huge walk-in shower. This looks out on the backyard. You've got the little ledge there if you're shaving your legs or whatever you're doing. They just really thought through a lot of the detail in this.
Yep. So each one of these bedrooms, and this is, we just had this on broker tour. Each one of these bedrooms is ensuite. An ensuite means that the bathroom is actually there and attached rather than walking down the hall. That is a very unique thing that you will not find in most of the homes here in this age, but it's because of the remodel that they did.
And this is the outdoor covered patio area that is just enormous. I mean, look at the size of these couches, and they are not crowded together at all. And this is a picture from last spring. The view is just beautiful.
We got another dining area there, as you can see on the right-hand side, but another seating area on the left. And then it's also flagstone all the way around, comes down the steps. There's a nice built-in flower beds that are raised. And what's really interesting is this hot tub is both in the pool, and then you've got the really nice one that has the canopy that raises and lowers.
So 10626 Cox Lane is a 4-bedroom, 5-bath, 3-car garage home built in 1972, a little over 4,000 square feet, priced at $1,600,000, which is about $395 a square foot.
So what we like to do to help you out is in the comments, you're gonna be able to see a link. Click on that link. You can zoom in and out on the map. You can also then take and look through the pictures that we didn't use. But one of the things that we really want to point out is that this Sunday from 1 to 3, we will have an open house. We encourage you to share this, come out and see us, take a look for it for yourself in real time. And just remember, we'd love to help you find this home. All right, Jeff, tell us a little bit more about your secret neighborhood.
So these are what we decided to talk about today is these are neighborhoods nobody's really talking about. And when we say that, we mean what we believe are kind of up and coming neighborhoods. And people, we talk to people that are looking to buy their first single family home, and it is very difficult to find something in a single family home neighborhood inside the LBJ and 35 that is less than $500,000. The neighborhood I'm talking about has those homes. And so geographically, this is really called Northwest Dallas, and this is streets. I did a little map here just to make sure. So this is streets like Catamore, Woodwind, Rattan, Waldrop, Merrill, Seymour, Bay Oaks. Really great neighborhoods. You can buy a cute little 3-bedroom, 2-bath, probably under 1,500 square foot home. Mm-hmm. It's going to have a 1-car garage. You can buy that for less than $400,000 in this neighborhood. And with the way new construction has been marching across Marsh Lane and marching more toward Webb Chapel, I just think it's going to jump Webb Chapel at some point, and these lots are going to double in value.
I think it's a great space. Actually, we own a property over there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what you got. That's a
what
good
I got.
One. All right, so my take is over in East Dallas. I'm going to shift gears just for a split second. This is in the East Dallas, Lake Highland area. The zip code is 75238, and it's called the L Streets. And so the L Streets is generally bounded by Adelia on the east, Skillman on the west, Walnut Hill on the south, and then it approaches Northwest Highway. Some people use Plano as well for the far east one, but in this instance, we'll just stay with what I've said. Now, this is an interesting place because we're beginning to see gentrification happen over there. So this neighborhood was built in the 1950s. There's a lot of really great starter homes that have been remodeled, but there's also some originals as well. And so what started out for World War II home buyers has really become a go-to for buyers today because not everybody needs 4,800 square feet. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting. So when I pulled comps on this and I was looking at what's for sale in this, currently, let me double check this. Where's my other piece? Right there. Currently, there are 8 homes in this area that are that are available for purchase. And there's a really interesting thing. It's like a tale of 2 neighborhoods in this neighborhood. There are those that are either remodeled or original somehow, or there's the new construction. So it's a really interesting thing. There's a price break, and it goes right to 700. So it's about 350 to 7, which is the remodeled on the upper end. And then there's this break, and the break happens when new construction happens. And so we're talking about 1.4 all the way up to 1.9 in this area. So it's really interesting. The houses are about 1,700 square feet on average when they're original, and go up to 4,000 on the other end. Now I say this, and then I wanted to look at what sold, and it came out that there are 13 houses that have sold in the last 90 days, and it's almost a perfect break. 6 of them were brand new constructions, leaving 7 as the original. But I thought it was really interesting. When I'm looking at those new construction homes, those homes probably be close to 3 or 4 million in other areas of Dallas. There was one notable one that was brand new construction on Lancashire, and that actually went under contract in 3 days for $7.2 million.
Wow. Wow.
So I kind of think that in this area, I would be almost to the point where I would buy and hold an original. And then, you've got access to Richardson school districts. And so you've got that built in. So as your family grows, you're able to also grow with it throughout the school districts. And then at some point, you would not be able to buy land cheaper than what you paid for the house and the land. And it might be something to think about is removing the house and building back the new construction and just staying in the neighborhood. I think it has a really strong life cycle perspective for me. So
I agree.
I think it's interesting. The L Streets, there you heard it.
So if you want to see any homes in these neighborhoods, you want more info on them, reach out to us. We'll be happy to connect you and share our information with you.
And just remember, we want to be realtors for life.
Did you know there are a lot of ways you can keep up with us? For starters, every Wednesday at noon, we host Sold with Updike Pugh, live from our Facebook and YouTube channels. Our show is dedicated to featuring some of the best homes in the Dallas market and about sharing timely information about market trends. But don't worry if you miss the show, because you can always listen to them on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify.
Still want more? Follow us on Instagram, where you get a first-hand look at what it's like to be a realtor. It's not always previewing homes for clients or getting them ready to go live in MLS. Lastly, visit our website and you'll be able to create a custom home search tailored specifically to your wants and needs that's timely and accurate. Whether it's square foot, location, or the neighborhood, we have you covered.
If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, we can help with that too. Just visit homeprice.fyi, enter a few pieces of information like your home address, and we'll email you a price. When you're ready to talk real estate, you can reach us online, by phone, or by text at 214-377-2223.
And remember, we want to be realtors for life.